30 miles of junk. Can you believe it? 30 miles. Hey everyone, it's Angela from Our Retro Reflections, and today we are going to talk about all of the things that we got when we were down at the 30 miles of junk down on the Washington coast. So if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that one and then come back here and watch this video. So this is our haul video, all of the things that we bought while we were there. We found some really good treasures. It was a little tricky because it was raining that weekend, but a lot of people just had it in their garage or they had some tents, and then the next day, Sunday, was actually a lot better. So I'm not in a really fancy location of my house, but sometimes messy is best, right? So I'm just gonna pull things out of the bins that I had put them in when we were in our car and show you what we got. A few things that we got are these that are on the table here, and this is probably, these are one of my favorite things that we got. These are swung vases, and I'm starting to learn a little bit more about these. This one I got for $5 at a garage sale, and then this one I actually got at, it was kind of a store, but they weren't really open. They just kind of open a couple days out of the year, and we happened to be there that weekend that they were open. It was kind of a trash to treasure kind of place, but sometimes those are the best places to find things. I think I got this one for about $5 too, so I'm looking forward to doing a little bit more research on those. But I have these in my living room now. I just brought them down because they're great fall colors, right? So everything that you see will be in our Etsy shop. And our Etsy shop is ourretroreflections.etsy.com. So another fun find were these metal peacocks. And this isn't necessarily normally the style that we normally have in our shop, but aren't they beautiful? And I know that they're very valuable. So the pair I think I got for about $10, and they go for between $49 and $120 for one. So I think I did a good job, right? So I think that these are brass, and they've kind of been patinaed and painted. So that was fun. And then we actually have some of these Fire King, I think they're blue bonnet, cups and saucers that we've had in our storage, and we keep finding some to add to it. So we need to add these to our shop, but we probably have about 6 of them so far. But this is my favorite color, so I probably should hold on to it, but we can't hold on to everything, right? So the next thing is, this is, Debbie Mum, and it's a little teapot. It's a watering can teapot. I'm sure you could actually use it as a watering can if you wanted to. But see, it has the larger hole there. So that will be fun. We love Debbie Mum, Susan Wingett, Mary Englebrite. We have a lot of that sort of thing in our shop. This one is a Sakura item, and it was marked $10, but guess what? We asked if they would take 5, and they took it. So we paid 5 for it, and we bought a few other things from them too that they got a good deal on, and I think we can sell this for about $25. And then the other item is, we actually have the girl that matches this, and I spotted this and I was like, we have the girl that goes with him. I didn't even know that it had the boy. So These are Midwest importers, and if you aren't familiar with Midwest importers, they sort of have this carved wood effect to them. You can kind of see that. I just love this little turkey in his little overalls, right? Or his little pants. So cute. But Midwest Importers of Cannon Falls was found in the 80s, and then I believe they switched to Midwest Importers going into the 90s. So I think that this is a 90s one. He's holding some flowers. So that was cute. That was $4, and I have $29 on the girl. I think I'm gonna put them together though and make them into a pair. So the next thing, this was a really fun garage sale. This gal had things very organized, and she was selling, I think, so we bought 3 bags. These are Scandinavian felt ornaments that are vintage. And I think she was selling 1 bag for $5. Look how cute these are. Isn't that beautiful? So here, I'll show you a few others. It's a little clown. Little clown alert. But they're so beautiful. So the gal actually said that her grandmother made these. She was a part of a sewing guild that would meet up at a church, and this is in the 60s. And she made these ornaments, and she had, oh, look at this one. She had a whole bunch of these, and she kept a lot of them, thank goodness, for her own personal collection. But she wanted to share them with others too. So how beautiful. So we got a whole bag for like $5, and each one of these can go for between $15 and $20. Not a bad flip, right? So I don't know if you can see some of the others. There's a really cute dove in there. And then like a larger star. And then it looks like there's a stocking and an angel there. So I just really, really loved those a lot. I mean, I was even thinking, gosh, I'd kind of like to put them on our tree this year, but gotta flip for a profit, right? So, okay, so those were fun. Another item that we got was this tin, and this is an old Crabtree and Evelyn London tin, and it actually has 1985 on it. And look how big it is. We got it for $3, and we can sell it for probably about $25. I'll need to look it up for sure, but a tin this size would normally go for $25. Okay. We found this sheet. A lot of you know that we sell a lot of vintage sheets. And I just love the beautiful florals, the vintage sheets. They just don't make them like they used to, right? But this sheet we got for $1, and we can sell it for $24. Oh, okay. Here's some little Ziggies. I'm trying to remember how much we paid for. Oh, there it is. So we got these little Pilgrim Ziggies for $1.50 each, and I think we can sell them for about $15 to $20. And they actually still have their tags. They originally sold for $6.95. These are 1991 Ziggy and Friends. So those are fun, especially, I mean, Thanksgiving is coming up right now, so those will be great to add to the shop. Okay, so these mugs were found in that thrift store. I just thought that was really cool. This reminds me of Vectorsbach mugs because of that detail. sort of the embossed look to it. But it doesn't have the Vectors Bach logo on it, so it just must be Disney. And then this is Lifesaver mug. These were both $1, and this one is a Teleflora gift, and it was made in Korea, so those will be fun. I think I'm gonna run out of room on my table here. Okay, another vintage sheet. So this is Lady Pepperell. This is a full. You find a lot of full sheets versus queen sheets back from the 70s because they didn't really have a lot of queen beds back then. They were twin, full, and kings. So it is really hard to find a queen sheet from the 70s. I mean, you can certainly do it. It's just they don't, they're not as plentiful. So this, they had marked, this was at that little thrift store. They had marked for $8, and this can sell for probably $30, $35 because it's new in package, but she gave it to me for $5, so I'm kind of good at bargaining sometimes. You can ask my friend Melissa. We have another channel together called Two Vintage Sisters where we shop together and do other fun shenanigans and some DIYs. So make sure to check out that channel too. Oh, these were also at that same shop. So we have this strawberry shortcake jar, and then I think there's a whole bunch of little juice glasses. Now the juice glasses are more difficult to find than the larger glasses, and we already have some of these in the shop, and we've also sold the pitcher or the carafe and the juice glasses together. I don't know how much we paid for these because these were one of Jim's finds, but I'm sure I can look it up on the receipt. We always have to save the receipt. So I'm just gonna take out all the juice glasses and get to the other things here. Oh, I remember what this is. So again, from the same thrift store, we have some mid-century grapes. And I actually got 2 sets of these, and they were only $10 each. Now these sell for between $75 and $100. So that's a pretty good return, right? So I like to find sort of mid-century items all the way up to 90s. Oh, here's the next set. I was really surprised that they only had $10 on these because usually if you go into a thrift store or an antique store, they're already at $75. But those are fun. It'll be a fun mid-century item to put in the shop. One of the most searched words that draws people to our shop is MCM, mid-century modern. So I always try to definitely keep an eye out for mid-century things. I mean, look how pretty that is with the swung vases together. Okay, this is a Fitz and Floyd pottery napkin holder, and this is from 1990. You can see the logo. Let me make sure I have it going the right direction. Right there. And we paid $2.75 for this. And I looked it up on Etsy, and it's going for about $40. So we've sold Fitz and Floyd napkin holders before, and they sell really well. You can't find a lot of napkin holders these days. When my son moved into his apartment, I looked for a napkin holder for him, and I had a really hard time finding one. Of course, they're boys, so they could just have a pile of napkins, and who knows if they'd even be used, right? Okay, so we do have some vintage books in our shop, and we used to have a separate bookstore, but we had so much traffic with our Retro Reflections shop that I just didn't have any time to really worry about the bookstore itself. So I actually got rid of that shop and I'm slowly adding some of the books into the shop. But I thought I just love to decorate with the vintage books. And these books have a great theme. These are baseball theme. So this is Jimmy Kirkland of the Cascade College team, which is really fun because my son almost played for the Cascade League. He did play in college though. And then that was a summer league, was the Cascade League. The New Boys at Oakdale. I mean, aren't these fun? You know, if you were a baseball fan, to have these just as home decor, it would be kind of a more meaningful home decor. Maybe I'll keep these actually, but I don't know. I should share them with others, right? My mom always taught me it's nice to share with others. So these are Campbell's plastic Campbell soup mugs. So we have the little Dolly Dingle face. Look how cute. So these, I believe, were from the 70s, and they were $1 each, and they sell for between $10 and $20 each. So we're getting 10 times our money on those, right? I always like to sell things for at least 3 times our money. Sometimes if it's a really cool item that I've picked up from an antique store, then double my money is fine. But usually you need to at least triple your money, right? Okay, so this is a great piece of pottery here. The burrow. This is a little bit more plentiful out on Etsy and just available online. I just love the color and I just love the pottery. But this was only $3 and it can sell for about $20. But how cute with a little succulent in there, right? I love the pink. Okay. This was a super cool tin. It doesn't have the English marking on the bottom, but it looks English to me. But look how it's still shining, and it just has a really nice patina. Yeah, it's old, yeah, it's dinged up, but I still think it's beautiful. So as you can see, we paid $1.50 for it, and we can probably get about $24 for it. Garage sales are the best, right, you guys? Okay, now I need to do a little bit more research on this, but I assume that these are Fire King also. But look how beautiful. We have this little milk glass snack tray, and it even has a gorgeous pattern on the back, on the bottom. So we have the pink ones and we have the blue ones. I don't know where the mugs are, but we do have the mugs that match. Maybe I'll find them in here. Okay, I saw this tin and it just looked like something from the 80s. I'm trying to look to see if it actually has a date on it anywhere, and I don't think it does. But it's Dansk Biscuit Company, limited edition series, illustrated at April Blair Stewart, Danish cookie bear tin. So it does have a lot of information on it. Doesn't have the date though. But I was looking at this and it just looked really kind of 80s to me. And when I was at the garage sale, I was just looking through it, and the gal came up to me and she goes, you can take that for free. I was like, okay, thanks. I'm not gonna pass up free, right? Inside is actually in really good condition. Still has somebody cut out the paper towel perfectly around. I'm sure they passed it along with some cookies in it at one point. So I need to look this one up, but I got it free. Not bad. This is a Unita biscuit tin. You may have seen these before. This is sort of newer tin. It's Bristol ware. And we've had these in our shop before. I think we currently have one. I can just add this one in also. But our friend, Carol at My Blessed Nest, she has a great YouTube channel. And she did a display, sort of a umbrella kind of spring display using this tin. And I thought that is such a cute idea to do a little umbrella kind of April showers type of a theme in a vignette. So it's pretty clean on the inside. It's a Nabisco tin. Doesn't have a date, but it is on the newer side. Still vintage though. Okay, so how many of you love Cherished Teddies? So Cherished Teddies are those little teddy bear porcelain figurines. I think they're usually bisque. And I found some advertising for it. So this sat on top of maybe a shelf in a store, maybe Hallmark, and it actually had a large teddy bear on this side. And so it just obviously it advertised that there were all the little figurines underneath. And I found this at one of the garage sales, and I asked the gal if she had any information on it, and she said, oh, I think it's an advertising piece, and I think she sold it to me for $1. And this piece without the teddy bear is valued at $75. So what is that, a $750% return? It's actually on both sides, so maybe it sat sort of in the middle and you could see it from both sides in the store. So, but this would be really fun if you had a Cherished Teddies collection to put kind of right in the middle or at the top of your shelf too. So you don't really even notice this part. And if you have it on this side, you can't even see that it had this little addition to it, right? So that was fun. Oh, this one's still in the bubble wrap. So we went to one sale and it just had a bunch of tents. It was kind of right out in the middle of a property. It wasn't at a house or anything. And this lady had a bunch of really cute things. If you watch the video, there's a vintage sled or an antique sled and some cowboy boots on the table. Well, they also had kind of an open trailer where it was enclosed, but the door was open. And she had some things in there. And when I was checking out, I kind of said, oh, is there some stuff in there too? And she goes, oh yeah, you can go in there and check it out. So I went in and I found this Mccoy Cookie Jar. So I think I ended up, I don't remember how much this is actually, but because I ended up combining several things and giving her an offer on all of it, so it's kind of hard to tell how much I paid for each thing. I may have ended up paying about $8 for this or so, and I do need to look it up. I know that there are several of these out there, but not a ton, and my guess would be I could get probably $40 for it even without the lid. But how cute with some plants or something. I don't have anything handy, but that would be really cute to just use as a planter even. If you get a chance, look up Mccoy pottery. Sorry for all the crinkling paper noises. We have a mid-century mug. Isn't that pretty? This was at the garage sale where the gal gave me the teddy bear tin for free, and this mug was 25 cents and we can sell it for about 15. Not bad. What else do we have? Oh, we have a Mary Englebrite little votive holder. Isn't that sweet? So you just put your little votive or tea light or faux tea light inside, and then the light would shine through the flowers. So this is Mary Englebrite Christmas 2001, and it is a Michelle and Company item. So cute, cute. We have about 40 Mary Englebrite items in our shop, by the way, if you're a Mary Englebrite fan. Okay, we have another mug here. What's it gonna be? Oh, it's a little, yeah, made in Japan. It's a pretty Japanese mug. It just has a really nice blue pattern to it. People just love the blue pattern. I do myself. And then it kind of is kind of a gray beige with a speckled pattern. And I don't see any issues with it at all. I don't feel any chips. I don't see any crazing. So I don't know if it was ever actually used, but 50 cents. And again, we can sell it for about $15. I'm running out of room, everyone. Oh, there we go. Does anybody need a really big cup of cocoa? Well, there you go. So it's Hershey's chocolate, and it has a really cute little scene, little Christmas scene on it. And it's a gallery, so, and it actually has the phone number on the bottom. Hershey trademarks are used under license. Dishwasher and microwave safe. So if you can see, now one tip where to know if something is vintage or have a really good guess is that if it has a phone number to call versus a website, it's probably vintage, right? Because when did the internet really come about, right? Early 90s is when we started maybe looking some things up on the internet. So phone number, probably vintage. This was $1. You can see the price tag. I don't know how much this is worth. Probably around 20. We'll see. So I'm doing this more as an unboxing versus a flip for profit. But I'll try to add some things here, or try to add some prices if I can. Okay, so now we have these kid records. So we have Care Bears. We have a lot of Care Bear items in our shop. Wizard of Oz. And these are all Peter Pan records. Puff the Magic Dragon. We used to sing Puff the Magic Dragon in our music class in elementary school. Little did I know it wasn't about a dragon. And Strawberry Shortcake and Her Friends. We also have a lot of Strawberry Shortcake things in our shop too. So they're all in actually really good condition too. They're the books with the records. The records or the turntables are definitely becoming more popular again. So I think these will be a popular item. I think we got those all for $1, and I think we could sell them for about 15 each. Okay, this is a large piece of fabric, and it is of the world. It's 1998, and we've actually sold this same fabric panel in our shop before. Look how big that is. So you could put this on a wall, or you can make a blanket out of it. I could see how a teacher would just love to have it maybe on a bulletin board. But yeah, it's from 1998, and we bought it for $1. and we can sell it for about 20. So not bad. Okay, and then another piece of fabric that we got, this was from that thrift store, I think. But look, it's a Holly Hobby piece of, or blanket. Or is it a pillowcase? No. No, this is like a doll blanket. Somebody had sewn it up and made it into a doll blanket. I just love those images. So it does have some pilling to it, but I mean, how cute would that be made into a pillow for a little girl's room or something? Cute, cute. And then we have 101 Dalmatian crib sheets. And these are definitely vintage. I'm trying to find a piece that is easy to show. So these are Dundee sheets made in the USA. Another tip, if you find any sheets that are made in the USA, that's another pretty good indication that they're vintage, because not a whole lot is made in the US anymore, right? So these will be fun. 101 Dalmatians definitely has kind of made a comeback with the new Cruella movie coming out. So we just recently sold a vintage lunchbox that was 101 Dalmatians. I think we actually even had the thermos that went with it. Okay, some more sheets. Well, these are really heavy. I think this must be a king size sheet, but look how pretty that pattern is. So I think we got this for $1 and can sell it for $24. And last thing in that bin, and then I have just a few other things in another bin, but this English tin with the lid. Look how pretty. I think we have sold the same one in our shop before. 75 cents, and I think this one was a little bit more than we normally sell tins for, so I think it was like around 19 or so. But it has that kind of domed shape lid. Very pretty for sewing notions, or to put remotes in, or just odds and ends, maybe in your living room or bedroom. Okay, now two other things we have here. We have a Mary Englebrite cup and saucer. Now the things that are in this bin, we actually found, I think, all of it at a sale at a church. And it was donation only. And so it was really nice to kind of give back to the church and help support them, as well as find some really great things for our shop. So this was only $3, or that is the price that they had on it. They had some things priced and some things not. So we actually didn't even end up paying $3 for this. The gal kind of gave us a price for it all, and it was less than what we were wanting to pay anyway. So great deal. So this was made in Taiwan, so definitely a vintage Mary Englebrite, but it says make welcome, present guest. So super cute. These sell for about $25. And then we have, how many of you know what this is? If you watched our last video, you would know, because I mentioned it twice. This is a treasure craft cookie jar. So from the 60s, and they only had $4 on it. Now, there were a few of these available, anywhere from $29 to about $50. The ones that were lower in price did not have the apple painted in very well, or it was just sort of a light beige. But this one I think is actually better than any of the others that were available that I could find, because it just has a beautiful, somebody did a really beautiful job on this. You can kind of see how it's glazed. And the inside, I mean, I'll give it a quick wipe, but generally it's pretty clean. And it does have Treasure Craft made in the USA inside the lid. So that was a fun find. What do we have here? Oh, we have a Welch's jar, Dinosaur Jar. These always do really well in our shop. This one has a candle in it. Somebody had used it as a votive holder. I don't quite know why, but I don't know, were they decorating their kids' room or what? But we'll just pop this in the freezer. That'll really stiffen up the wax. We can pop that out, give it a really good wash, and it'll be good as new. And then we have this tin. This is an old Avon tin. They had 49 cents on it. Again, we probably didn't even pay that for it. It says Avon Valentine's Day 1981. So isn't that pretty? Very sweet, and sort of a shabby chic room, right? Wouldn't that be nice there? Okay, and then last thing, it's very dusty, but we found this taper light suitcase. So one thing about our shop is we love to find vintage suitcases, and then I kind of use them as decor around the house, but then we also sell them. And some of them you may have seen in our shop if you've been to our Etsy shop. And I actually have them stacked underneath this table, and we've sold all but one so far. And so we need to bring more in from the garage and stack them up, and I need to do a new picture. But it's fun to actually use them in our decor, as well as just cycle through them and sell them. One more thing. We found this white suitcase. Anytime we find the white suitcases or red suitcases, then we usually sell them. I'll add a little bit of Gorilla Glue to that. Definitely disclose that. But it's just really fun. There's more treasure. So I got this suitcase along with those snack trays, and I asked her how much she would sell this to me for, and she gave me a little bit higher price, but I knew the white suitcases usually do pretty well. And she opened it up and she goes, oh, I have some stuff in here, and I'll sell it, I'll just give it to you, all the stuff in it as well. Well, look what's in it. Look, we have a vintage bottle brush tree, and look how cute just that jar is, right? And then there's some other bottle brush trees in here. Look how cute that is. I don't know if that's vintage. It's definitely not antique. And then here's another bottle brush tree in a jar. She said that she does antique shows, so that's why she had this stuff all together. And then just a few, probably things that she uses odds and ends around when she decorates. And then there's the mugs that went with the snack trays. All right, everyone. Oh, look how pretty that blue that is. Okay. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. We just love sharing ideas with you, some of our knowledge, as well as just bring you along for the ride in our thrifting. So thanks, everyone. Have a great day.